Ωραία! Τι κάνετε, πώς είστε, πώς τα περνάτε? Καλησπέρα. Γεια σου Σοφιστούλη, γεια σου Τίτζι, γεια σου Βαγγέλη, γεια σου Μάστερ Πολυπράγμων. Πώς τα περνάτε? Μην κοιτάτε τι έχει το background, δεν μας ενδιαφέρει. Είναι μικρά εμπόδια τα οποία αντιμετωπίζουμε αυτή τη στιγμή στον κόσμο, που σημαίνει ότι όταν κάνεις host ένα server σε ένα παιχνίδι πρέπει να τον αφήσεις ανοιχτό ακόμα και όταν κάνεις stream. Και συνήθως δεν μπορείς να κάνεις και τέτοιο. Δεν μπορείς να κάνεις και. Πώς το λένε, Alt-Tab. Να το έχεις ανοιχτό. Να φαίνεται. Λοιπόν, τι θα κάνουμε σήμερα? Πολύ καλά το μαντέψατε. Ο Μπαλαντέρ γιατί είναι ανοιχτός? Δεν παίζουμε forever skies. Θέλουμε Honkai. Τι μου ρε? Αχ, Κώστα ψήσου να παίξουμε παρέα λίγο Rising τώρα που μπήκε και το update. Πουλάκια, ναι, παίζει να κάνουμε σήμερα πουλάκια. Τσιους. Βέβαια δεν έχω το 50-50, το οποίο δεν με χαλάει. Λοιπόν, πάμε να κάνουμε το πουλάκια. Έχουμε 40. Εξακλεμμό όσα χρειάζεται να έχουμε. Ωραία. Πάμε πρώτη δεκάδα. Μπαμ. Να τελειώσουμε και το story. Μήπως και προλάβουμε να ξεκινήσουμε καινούργιο παιχνίδι που θέλω. Γεια σου Λένα. Τι κάνεις Λένα? Ήρθες πάνω στα πουλάκια Λένα. Όλο λάθος αυτό που είπα Λένα. Ω, Γκουνάιφεν. Μία streamer είχαν σε όλο το παιχνίδι και την ξεχάσανε. Τι θα γίνει? Όλο αυτό για την Γκουνάιφεν. Δεν έχει άλλο χρυσό χαρακτήρα, δεν πειράζει. Με τι είμαι, με 2-3 PT? Σήμερα V-Rising όχι, γενικά θα το ξαναπιάσουμε πάλι γιατί έχει το καινούργιο το update. Γεια σου Σερβάλ. Καλά, εμένα δεν με πειράζει και να μην πάρω τον Αναξούνα μου. Έτσι. Κρατάω πίτε για το επόμενο. Ήρθε μετά από 120. Θα έλεγα τώρα 120 να είναι ημέρες, τώρα δεν βολεύει γιατί κοστίζει. Γεια σου Ανδρέα. Παιδιά, σωστά, καλό μήνα. Τι κάνετε? Dunk Hang. Kinky. Δεν έχω παράπονο. 3 τετράστερα. Άντε, άλλα 10 μου μείνανε. Άλλα 10. Δεν ήρθε, κρίμα. Οκ. Τουλάχιστον έχουμε πάρει 4 tickets πίσω. 5 tickets πίσω. Εν τω μεταξύ, Σερβάλ ξεχασμένη έτσι. Μπορώ να πω ότι μου έχει λείψει λίγο σαν χαρακτήρας. Γιατί μου έχετε βάλει το μαλάκα τον Horatio να πούμε με το παπάκι στην πανιέρα, ρε φιλέ? Βαγγέλη, σταμάτα να γελάς. Wait, what? Α, γιατί κοίταγα λάθος, λέω κι εγώ. Γιατί να δεις που από αυτά κάποτε είχα πρόβλημα. Δεν μου φτάνουν ούτε για ζήτω. Και τώρα είμαι άνετος. Μπράβο μου. Όχι, μπράβο μου. Επίσης τώρα ποια χρησιμοποιώ? Αυτά θα χρησιμοποιήσω για την τέτοια, Θα σου πω... Ναι, όχι, δεν μπορώ να το πάρω. Έξι τικετάκια από εκεί. Φτάνουμε άλλη μια δεκάδα, Καλά είμαστε. Σε παρακαλώ. Αυτό το weapon το έχω. Λίγα τα λόγια. Πάμε να κλάψουμε τώρα.
Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
What?
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead? But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the Era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castoris?
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal.
Παίζει καλή μπάλα για μου, ναι.
All the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Okay.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Castoris. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Almanette. Our limited
Γεια σου,
lifespan
γεια
shapes
σου.
all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again.
Η Καστοριά πάλι χαμογελάει.
Was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Itonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle.
Λοιπόν, η Άσονα, πες μου τι θες να μάθεις, γιατί μάλλον έχουμε πολύ μπλα μπλα σήμερα. Ή θα τελειώσει αυτό σε κανένα μισάωράκι και θα πιάσουμε και το ίδιο παιχνίδι, ή έχουμε μπλα μπλα για άλλες 2 ώρες. Master Polypragmon, το Bloodhounds ήταν τέλειο. Τέλειο. Το κολοχάρηκα σαν σειρά. Θα γούσταρα πολύ η δεύτερη σεζόν. Αλλά δεν νομίζω να υπάρξει. Γενικά πάντως το προηγούμενο stream, ναι, Βρωμόξυλο ρε, βρωμόξυλο. Ειδικά όταν ο ένας έδιρε τον άλλο το χαφιέ. Το χαφιέ λέω, το μπράβο του κακού, το γούστα. Λοιπόν, ουσιαστικά αυτό τώρα το οποίο γίνεται εδώ πέρα. Γιατί χάθηκα. Λοιπόν, η Καστοριά είναι αυτή τη στιγμή επιτέλους έτοιμη να πάρει το core flame του θανάτου. Αυτό το οποίο μάθαμε, και αυτό το οποίο σας είχα πει τουλάχιστον 4 stream πριν, να τα λέμε αυτά, είναι ότι ουσιαστικά είχαμε δει την Καστοριά και την αδερφή της. Έπρεπε μία να θυσιαστεί για να ζήσει η άλλη. Ωραία. Θυσιάστηκε η Καστοριά για να ζήσει η αδερφή της, γιατί η Καστοριά δεν συμφωνούσε, δεν είχε το φόβο του θανάτου, ενώ η αδερφή της τον είχε. Και όταν τελικά πέθανε η Καστοριά και η αδερφή της έγινε τιτάνας του θανάτου, ωραία, θυσίασε τη θεϊκότητά της η νέα τιτάνας του θανάτου για να ξαναζωντανέψει την Καστοριά. Γι' αυτό και η Καστοριά είναι η εκλεκτή του θανάτου. Είναι αδιάρρηκτα δεμένες μεταξύ τους. Τώρα, ενώ έχει γυρίσει πλέον και έχουμε μάθει όλη την αλήθεια και ξέρουμε τι γίνεται, είναι να πάρουμε επιτέλους πίσω το core flame του θανάτου. Στο οποίο core flame του θανάτου, η θεωρία έλεγε το εξής. Ή θα σαπορτάρει τους ανθρώπους, το συμβούλιο της πόλης, ώστε να εξαλείψει το θάνατο για άλλη μία φορά από τον κόσμο, ή θα γίνει η νέα wannabe Titan του θανάτου και για την ώρα θα αποκτήσει απλά το core flame. Okay. Τώρα όμως της έπαιξε πολύ μεγάλη πουστιά γιατί βλέπει όλες τις ψυχές. Οι ψυχές που πεθαίνουν δεν μπορούν να φτάσουν στον άλλο κόσμο γιατί η πύλη του άλλου κόσμου έχει μπλοκαριστεί. Και για να την ξεμπλοκάρουμε ουσιαστικά πρέπει να ζωντανέψουμε τον τιτάνα του θανάτου, την αδερφή της. Το ζουμί εδώ πέρα, γεια σου Μιτσάκο, κάνατε δουλειά, μπράβο τα αγόρια μου. Το ζουμί εδώ πέρα λοιπόν ποιο είναι? Ότι η γυναίκα που τη μεγάλωσε, ωραία, η Αμουνέτ, γυρνάει και της λέει, αν δεν υπάρχει θάνατος, δεν υπάρχει και αγάπη. Γιατί αν κάποιον τον γνωρίζεις και τον βλέπεις, δεν έχεις κάποια και ξέρεις ότι πρόκειται να πάει πουθενά, δεν έχεις κάποια σύνδεση μαζί του που να έχει νόημα, γιατί ξέρεις ότι πρόκειται να πάει πουθενά. Έτσι. Αργότερα ξέρουμε ότι θα γίνει τιτάνας. Τώρα θα πάρει το core flame και θα γίνει σαν εμάς, σαν την Αγλαία, σαν την Τρίμπη. Είδαμε και την Τριάν. Τη Λουκόλα. Οπότε αυτό.
My teacher, Anaxagoras.
Πριν το cutscene του σταμάτησε.
Wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
Okay.
No great concern.
Receive divinity.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Λάθος πάρτι. Δυστυχώς, λάθος πάρτι.
underestimated you.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Ουσιαστικά είναι αδερφή της. Πάνε να ξυπνήσουν την Τιτάνα του θανάτου.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Is that fear I sense? Adorned in splendor.
Receive divinity.
So this is the warmth of life.
A little honesty would do us good. Ha!
Ουσιαστικά θα γίνει η δράκος που έχει καστοριά όταν κάνει την ούλτη της. Φαντάζομαι. Εγώ αυτό πιστεύω.
Eternal sleep is the
Εγώ γιατί παίζω με τα χέρια. Με τα χέρια. Γιατί παίζω με το πληκτρολόγιο.
Some value, I suppose.
Μισό, παιδιά, δεν το... Όχι. No!
Change. Existence is unity.
The way is fraught with difficulty.
Με ποιο έφαγες κάλωμα, ρε.
Our fates become one. All lies shall be revealed.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
Oh, fuck.
It's me. I'm back. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Α, τέλεια.
Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
bloom. Repay.
There's more to life. Eternal.
Receive divinity.
So this is the warmth of life.
Is that fear I sense? All lies shall be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Όπα, να το συζητήσουμε.
Don't turn back to the nether realm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted, this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long as...
Oh, fuck.
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with him?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return. Alright?
Ναι. Ουσιαστικά.
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others.
Απλά πάρ' τον αγκαλίτσα.
Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
Αυτή είναι η απάντηση που θα τράβαγε ο Βαγγέλης ξεκάθαρα.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Aw.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphoreous.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I
Wow.
reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination.
Καλά, το μέρος είναι
We walked
πανέμορφο, έτσι.
different paths, it experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
Horrified.
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten
Λογικά,
all
θα σου πω.
about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains. and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the nether realm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Γεια σου, Αλκαπόνε.
Of course. What is it?
Please. Don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms, just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Oh, damn.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand.
What the fuck?
When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death.
Oh.
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools
Ποιο ρε, τι έπαθες ρε Κώστα?
a waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
Κώστα, τι έπαθες? Δύο αδερφές είναι που συναντηθήκανε μετά από μερικές εκατοντάδες χρόνια και έπρεπε η μία να σκοτώσει την άλλη. Τι θες? Γρηγούλη ήτανε. Πω, ενοχλητική τύπε.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
Το καροτσάκι ρε μαλάκα,
I know
εντάξει,
myself
ήτανε με
better than I
μαγεία.
think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me?
Ναι, το καταλαβαίνω, Βαγγέλη. Η υπολήξια ήταν που ήταν νεκρή, γιατί να είναι και ακίνητη, έτσι. Ανάπηρη στη ζωή, ανάπηρη και στο θάνατο. Σκατά ρε φίλε.
Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphoreous' history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins.
Έχουμε rifles από το Γιαρίλο. Το πιστολάκι του Ανάξα, ασχολούμαστε. Η Μπρόνια έχει rifle.
I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world.
Senor.
Let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Και λέει και εμείς και ο Αναξονομούν, ωραία, δεν πρόκειται να πεθάνουμε, γιατί μαντέψτε ποιος καθορίζει το αν θα πεθάνουμε ή θα ζήσουμε. Θεωρητικά είμαστε στο τέλος του act.
So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you.
Κατούρα, ηλίθεια.
Let them hear the voices of the people.
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Τροχό έχουμε δοκιμάσει τον μία.
Everyone must cast
Να δω.
their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer.
Και εδώ έρχεται η διαφορά όταν έχεις έναν ενοχλητικό χαρακτήρα όπως είναι ο Ανάξα, ωραία, και όπως έχεις έναν χαρακτήρα όπως είναι ο Ratio. Ωραία, προφανώς δεν έχουμε το ίδιο character development γιατί δεν έχουμε ασχοληθεί τόσο πάρα πολύ με το Ratio. Αλλά ο Ανάξα, ωραία, ενώ είναι ψώνιο, απόλυτος, έχει δίκιο, είσαι κατώτερος από αυτόν, δεν στο δείχνει απαραίτητα, απλά σου λέει ότι εγώ είμαι καλύτερος από σένα. Οκ, έτσι. Ένας τύπος ο οποίος βγάζει και νόημα σε όλο αυτό το οποίο κάνει, γιατί εξ αρχής ξέρεις ότι πάρα σου κάνει μία σωστή κίνηση η οποία δεν χρειάζεται να είναι ανάμεσα στο καλό και στο κακό. Θα πρέπει να παίξει όπως γουστάρει. Λοιπόν, αν είχαμε να διαλέξουμε ποτέ ποιον χαρακτήρα θα έπρεπε να διαγράψουμε μεταξύ του Ανάξα και του Ratio, ο Ratio έπρεπε να φάρει πόδι από εδώ μέχρι το επόμενο cycle του Amphoreous. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Καλή νύχτα σας.
Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
Να σου πω από όμως, θα μάθεις μετά.
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
Ο Αναξαγόρας, ο Αναξίμανδρος που λέει και ο Βαγγέλης, γαμάει. Ωραία, έχει παίξει βρώμικη, τόσο βρώμικο σχέδιο, το οποίο όχι μόνο κατάφερε και βρήκε κάτι το οποίο δεν μπορούσε να βρει κανένας για εκατοντάδες χρόνια, έτσι. Όχι μόνο έκανε αυτό, όχι μόνο έχει δίκιο, όχι μόνο δεν θα πεθάνει για την ψυχή του, όχι μόνο θα την επιδιορθώσει η Καστοριά από το θάνατο, όπως την επιδιορθώσει και τη δικιά μας, έτσι. Ο τύπος σου λέει, α, τώρα που έχω το επάνω χέρι σε αυτούς, θα διαλέξω εγώ τι θα κάνω. Γιατί? Γιατί μπορώ. Και γιατί είναι ηλίθιοι. Γι' αυτό. Σέστη.
Looks good.
Μου θέλετε να μου μείνετε και αθάνατη βρωμόζωα, σας κυνηγάει να σας καταστρέψει μια γλίτσα του θανάτου και της καταστροφής και θέλετε να γίνετε αθάνατοι.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please, as the Theoros I present to you. Phinin of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Arkema, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Δεν είναι θέμα αν είναι καλή ή όχι, αλλά τι γίνεται. Αυτός ο κόσμος αυτή τη στιγμή, όλος ο πλανήτης του Amphoreous είναι έτοιμος να καταστραφεί. Από 40-50% πόλεις που υπήρχαν έχει μείνει μία. και άλλη μία η οποία είναι κατεστραμμένη και την φυλάει ένας ημίθεος. Αυτές έχουν μείνει. Και υπάρχει ουσιαστικά μία κακή ύπαρξη, οντότητα, ξεχνάω συνέχεια πώς λέγεται, όπου σιγά σιγά πνίγει όλο τον πλανήτη. Ο κόσμος πεθαίνει, μετατρέπεται σε τέρατα. Και αυτοί οι ηλίθιοι θέλουν να παραμείνουν αθάνατοι και να μην πεθάνουν ποτέ σε αυτό το πράγμα. Που θα μπορούσαν να καταλήξουν να καταστρέψει όλο τον πλανήτη, να μην έχουν να φάνε, να μην έχουν να πιούν, να μην έχουν να ζήσουν. Ωραία. Και να τους βασανίζει επάπειρον αυτή η οντότητα. Και οι ηλίθιοι θεωρούν ότι άμα είναι αθάνατοι δεν θα τους ενοχλεί τίποτα. Ο Λίγκους είναι, ας πούμε, ένα cyborg. Ας πούμε. Όχι ρε, δεν έχω σκοτώσει κανέναν εγώ. Είμαι καλό παιδί.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
I actually don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are.
By Kefali above, dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Aedes Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved,
Black Tide.
have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father,
Ιερώνυμος.
Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last.
Το κορίτσι.
Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the Black Tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. The Chrysos heirs have only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand. We never believed these heroes are always have to end. Selfishness.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the
Έδωσε τρελό πόνο, φαίνομαι.
those who demand
Fine.
its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected, this is the moment when the flame chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
Ο Λάγκος νομίζω το γουστάρει αυτό.
Since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
Δεύτερος που χρησιμοποιεί αυτή την πρόταση για τον κόσμο, έτσι. Farcical world.
Vote for kindness.
Who will
Vote
he
for
vote
kindness.
for? The die is cast.
Talk about a grand entrance.
Θα πάμε χαλαρά, πιο όμορφα.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphoreous, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Ναι, ναι, κράχτε τον.
Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote. Cast your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, Is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you.
Σωστό.
As your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Όταν έχεις τον Ανάξι, θα έχεις καλός επειδή μιλάμε το δάσκαλό του, έτσι.
Safeguard your thoughts.
Φοβερή αίσθηση.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone! Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Oh!
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else.
I have deciphered the truth of this world.
Show off.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully enter Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't!
Σκάσε, πατσαβούρα.
Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind?
Μόλις πήρε την ψυχή του πίσω.
I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty.
True story.
If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase.
Ο Λάγκος είναι λίγο εκνευρισμένος.
Resolution shall be put up on the wall of heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lycus.
Interesting.
Ο τύπος έχει πορωθεί με αυτά που κάνει ο Ανάξιος.
Citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
Πρώτη φορά ακούω μηχανιά σχεδόν να έχει ανάψει επειδή κάποιος κάνει κάτι γαμάτο.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphoreous. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course not!
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer?
Την πληρώσει αγλαία.
You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, fine then. Answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture.
Okay.
Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefani,
What?
will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer, and all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
Πόσο το πέταξε έτσι ότι πρέπει να πάρει τώρα το core flame του κέφαλι. What the fuck?
Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
Dun dun dun!
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even
Ooh!
Kami betrayed Akuma.
Λέγα τι κάνει! Πώς παίζει έτσι μόνος του! Λοιπόν, παιδιά, ο Αναξαγόρας παίζει D&D με όλη την πόλη. Είναι ο DM. Το έχει αποφασίσει, θα είναι μόνο στο DM και κάνει το γουστάρι. Ναι, ναι, you had no knowledge. Yes.
The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions.
Μου επέτρεψες να πάω, κοπελιά.
Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
Θεόρος. Θεωρεί. Βλέπει. Δεν χρειάζεται να παίρνει και μέρος.
If the accusation is true, I acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built.
Your reputation.
Nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You.
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness.
Κάποιος είναι υπέρ του Core Flame Chase Journey.
Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something! This is how we're supposed to go.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please.
Oh!
Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kainis of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the
Τώρα πάρει για
name
το
of
Ligus.
Talantin and Kefili, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
That's what we deserve!
Curse you.
Οπότε, να κάνουμε μια μικρή περίληψη για το τι βλέπουμε αυτή τη στιγμή και εμείς στο Twitch και εσείς στο YouTube. Λοιπόν, ενώ η Αγλαία υποτίθεται ότι είναι το κακό που έχει σπείρει την ελπίδα, την ψεύτικη ελπίδα μέσα σε όλο το Amphoreous και στην Όκεμα προφανώς, ξαφνικά με τις πουστιές που έχει παίξει ο Αναξαγόρας έχει γίνει η δικαστής της Όκεμα για να για να ξεφορτωθεί ένα πεστ, απέσια η Καένης, την απεχθάνομαι, και τον Λάιγκους. Δεν συμφωνώ τόσο πολύ για τον Λάιγκους, γιατί ούτως ή άλλως δεν ξέρω κατά πόσο μπορεί να πεθάνει ο Λάιγκους. Ωραία. Αλλά ο Λάιγκους είναι ξεκάθαρος και το είχα πει επίσης μερικά streams και πριν αυτό, ότι είναι υπέρ του Core Chase Flame Journey, γιατί ο Λάιγκους πραγματικά γουστάρει νοημοσύνη και εξυπνάδα. Και ο Αναξαγόρας έχει παίξει μπάλα όπου μόνος του κουνάει τα πιόνια όπου θέλει. Υποστηρίζει το Flame Chase Journey, αλλά κατηγορεί το Flame Chase Journey ότι από μόνο του δεν μπορεί να αποδείξει αυτό που λέει. Ο ίδιος όμως ο Αναξαγόρας σας λέει, παιδιά, εσείς είστε σατανίκανοι, αλλά εγώ σας το επιβεβαιώνω ότι είμαστε γαμάτοι. Παίζει μπάλα μόνος του. Γιατί κατάφερε και βρήκε κάτι που ψάχνανε για μία γαμημένη χιλιετία. Plus, έστειλε την άλλη, την καστοριά μας, κάτω στον κάτω κόσμο, έγινε ο Άδης της Όκεμα και του Amphoreous και του επιβεβαίωσε την αλήθεια. Πόσα σκατά να κάνεις μέσα σε 15 μέρες. 15 μέρες. Και μετά έχεις την Χέρτα. Ξέρεις, Βαγγέλη, ξέρεις ποιος θα έπρεπε να ήταν εδώ. Όχι η Χέρτα, όχι ο Ρέισιο. Φίλε, ο Σκρούλουμ. Θα είχαν αρχίσει να του καίνε ό,τι κυκλώματα έχει. Από την τρέλα και την κάβλα μαζί με το Λάιγκους. Θα ήταν δίπλα-δίπλα με το Λάιγκους και θα συζητάγανε. Βλέπεις τι κάνει,
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against
Έγινε λάδι, λέω μαλάκας.
in the names of Talantin and Kepeli. The accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Και ξέρετε τι θα κάνει τώρα. Θα πεθάνει, θα πάει όλη του ψυχή στον κάτω κόσμο, να του στείλει πίσω η κατσοριά.
Professor.
Εντάξει ρε παιδιά, το είπαμε. Πάμε παρακάτω.
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let me get back my soul.
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
Hi.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castrus while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
Mom, I made Βαγγέλη, σταμάτα. Ο Βαγγέλης γράφει μεταξύ τελείως άσχετο, λέει. Και έρχεται το ταλάντων και λέει: Βέβαια δεν πάω να γαμηθείτε, πιστεύω ότι το σκοτώσετε κιόλας με τόσο ωραία μπάλα που σας έπαιξε. Απλά με το που βλέπω τη δεύτερη απάντηση, ξέρω τι θα επιλέξει ο Βαγγέλης.
Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreous to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And and for your life. The only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
I believe in you.
Γιατί έχουμε τώρα παρό, ρε παιδιά.
Just forget about all the hardships of the mortal realm. Death is such a sweet joy.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
All of this is proof that you once lived.
Πες μου ότι αυτή δεν είναι
Soul, your memories,
η
the
Tribios.
years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain.
Η μεν.
Over here, friend!
Όχι, άχυρο είναι αυτό.
Take my hand. Let's go home.
Your paw.
At last, I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime
Δύο
soon.
paths of nihility, άσχετο βέβαια, όπως χωριστά.
Sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought but could never grasp is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thin to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and
Περάσατε καλά, σκάστε.
this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Feinen.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Glaya, we're back.
And I'm alive.
Our great hero reborn from the ashes.
Και με τα δύο. Βαγγελί.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Και βλέπεις τους δύο εχθρούς απλά με συζητάνε, ρε. Παίρνουμε το θανάτου και μας λείπουν 3 core flames. Όχι! Ναι, παίξαμε λίγο ξύλο.
I don't see Castris among your number.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinan, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding core flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble.
Και ο μόνος που έχει αγκαλιάσει 3 φορές.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The hand of shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
Heyo. Και η Καστοριά χαμογελάει, έτσι. Γελάει. Ο Dunking συνεχίζει και είναι μουγκός.
It's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
Για αρκετή στιγμή. Όχι. 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 Όχι.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Castorus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death. Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
Ήθελα να παίξω κι άλλο παιχνίδι εγώ,
You were
Αλλά.
present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from
Remember
never
who
be
you
same
are.
as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you
Πες τα, Άρκα,
now
πες τα.
that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Για μπείτε στο WoW.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good.
Δεν γκρίνιαξε για το Ανάξ.
That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the Newsporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Ah, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
Been better than that.
I do still have
Ah.
one question.
For the love of God. God.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Πες μου τι έπαιζε μπάλα η Κίρκη τόση ώρα.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul! And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Thankfully, she's still alive. Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Okay.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well. I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
Okay. On forward.
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember.
Η Black Swan ομόρφη είναι.
Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression.
Ναι, γιατί κάθε στιγμή που περνάει είσαι ήδη στο past. Οπότε...
When a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Τι δεν έχεις κοιτάξει, Χίμικο?
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
Μου έλειψε,
In
Χίμικο.
other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreous holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphoreous first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts.
Oh.
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
Και γιατί να κάνουμε hijack?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphoreous is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies. It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphoreous.
How interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreous has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphoreous, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place.
Είναι περίεργη η Χέρτα. Ξεκάθαρα, Ρένο.
I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphoreous?
Fuck. Μόλις έφυγε ανάξα.
You're planning to head to Amphoreous yourself?
Παιδιά, δεν έρχεστε κι εσείς μαζί της.
But not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more
Θα πω την άχυρο. Πολύ νορμάλ. Συγκριτικά με το υπόλοιπο.
Not within the network of the IPC. The Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates.
Δεν ρωτάει. Έλα, δώστα, τώρα, well.
Then sit back and enjoy the show.
Έρχονται ενισχύσεις. Δόξαση. Ναι, το πιο κοντινό το πιο κοντινό στο λογικό, έτσι.
Now that everything is ready. First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
Α.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Okay.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoreous celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Όπο χέστηκε αυτός ο τέτοιος. Πάντα πλήραμε χεράκια.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question.
Καλό μήνα, Μιτσάκο, καλό μήνα.
Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
Καλά είμαι, καλά είμαι. Έχουμε καταστραφεί εδώ πέρα. Τώρα εδώ λίγο της καταγίνεται και μας έχει κάψει. Όπα. Εσύ πώς είσαι, ρε? Όλα καλά?
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination.
Τι έγινε? Τι είπατες?
Amphoreous. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Πατήστε ένα θαυμαστικό NPGs και κάνετε υπομονή. Εγώ περιμένω να το πει αυτό η Χέρτα, που λέει ο Βαγγέλης.
Oh, so that's Amphoreous? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror, prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
All right. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power.
What?
What a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Amphoreous? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
What? Βλέπουμε δεν υπάρχει κανένα flame. Το flame chaser είναι εδώ. Μη βγει κανένας memo keeper που κάνει μαλακίες και ή γάμει στον εμφόρους για να κάνουν πειράματα.
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it. Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives. What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphoreous?
My deepest apologies.
Λάγκος, αγόρι μου, τι κάνεις εδώ?
I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Γιατί την ξέρεις?
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias.
Aquila, τις φαντάζεσαι.
Lycurgus. Lygus.
Πολύ κούργος, οκ.
Lygus? But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphoreous. Now,
μπορεί να είναι ο νους.
kindly turn back. Amphoreous is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Ναι, γι' αυτό, γεια σου.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Γουστάρει
Within the
πέτσα.
scope of the alternate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
Μόνο 2 έχεις, κάσε.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreous is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario,
Άλλο σε ένα simulator το ρωτήσω.
destruction will be inevitable.
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
Ξαδερφάκι του Σκρούλου.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations?
Όχι, λέει, είμαι εγώ, είμαι εσύ από το παρελθόν, στο μέλλον. Α.
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreous. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
What? Όχι, δεν τελείωσε εδώ έτσι.
Shape fate and weave a new beginning.
No! Το Amphoreous δεν είναι μία αέναη φυλακή για να κρατήσει ένα Lord Ravager ακίνητο, γι' αυτό είναι πάντα σε μία λούπα και ουσιαστικά οι δυνάμεις του Lord Ravager έχουν γίνει split στους Τιτάνες. Όχι. Επίσης, πότε άνοιξε το πάνω δεξιά? Α, ναι, γιατί σου δεν τις τέτοιες. Τις κύρκες. What the fuck? Επίσης, εμείς δεν πρέπει να το δώσουμε το core flame. Η Oronyx έχει πεθάνει. Άρα εμείς δεν πρέπει να δώσουμε το core flame. Ναι, αλλά γιατί δεν φωτίζει τις Oronyx? Τις Oronyx δεν είναι πάνω. Παιχνίδι, γιατί μας γάμισες έτσι? Θα μου πεις, δεν κάνεις και τίποτα άλλο. Χάσαμε τον Ανάξα, χάσαμε και την Καστοριά, μας γάμισες. Δηλαδή, λίγο σεβασμό. Κάτι. Α, τουλάχιστον τώρα μπορώ να κάνω το event. Αυτός σου πέταξε πανέμορφα και με χαρακτηριστική άνεση ότι είναι emanator του erudition. Όπως είναι και η... όπως είναι και η Χέρτα. Πάγαμε και ένα πουλ ακόμα. Δεν έχει σημασία. Ο Ανάξα έπαιξε μπάλα μόνος ενάντια σε όλο σε όλη την όκεμα. Boundless Choreo. Μόνο αυτά θα πάρουμε. Μόνο αυτά θα πάρουμε. Δεν πειράζει. Καλά είναι. Και έχω 666 κρυσταλλάκια. Παιδιά, αυτό το νούμερο με κυνηγάει άπειρες φορές. Αυτό το 666. Λοιπόν, εγώ εντωμεταξύ ήθελα να τελειώσουμε νωρίς για να παίξουμε καινούργιο παιχνίδι, έτσι. Και είμαστε στις 2 ώρες και 30 λεπτά για να τελειώσει αυτό το κομμάτι του campaign. Καλά πήγε αυτό. Ναι, όχι, ο Ανάξα είπε, λοιπόν, παιδιά, βαριέμαι, ώρα να παίξω μπάλα μαζί σας. Λοιπόν, YouTube, αφήνουμε εδώ πέρα το κεφαλικό που μας πέταξε στη μούρη το Honkai Star Rail και θα τα πούμε στο επόμενο βίντεο. Γεια σου YouTube!